Hello people, subscribers, and everyone else. Welcome back to my channel and thank you very much for being there. Today, we're gonna be talking about motivation. I really hope that this video helps you to improve in your learning process. I will read something that I wrote and afterwards I will make some comments about it, okay? So let's start. Do you need motivation to study English or any other language? Is it really important? Let's define what motivation is in first place. In my opinion, motivation is just a temporary mental state. Let's repeat. Motivation is just a temporary mental state. What does it mean? It means that it won't last forever. Motivation won't be there all the time because it's just a feeling. So, if you're learning a language and the process is only based on this factor, motivation, the chances to succeed lessen or get reduced. As a result, learning the language that you want will become a painful long way. So the result won't come any fast. So if you think that you will learn English based on the motivation and then you're planning to learn English in 6 months, and once the motivation is over, you think that you will continue, well, it will be harder to succeed and to get the results that you want. What do you have to do in order to avoid frustration? You have to try to create more meaningful reasons, because motivation, as we said before, is just a short-term boost of adrenaline and excitement. So when you're excited, it doesn't mean that it will last forever. It's just for a short period of time, or once fun is over, you come back to your normal state. That's what happens when you think that motivation will boost your interest for learning a language. Let's continue. You need to find something that you are passionate about, and you have to create strong bonds between you and the language that you're learning. I will invite you to think about the following. What will happen once motivation is gone? What do you think the result will be? I have another question. Why do you think that so many people quit their English courses? And why do you think some people never come back? Is it probably because motivation was gone? Is it probably because there was not a real reason to study languages? How about if you would like to earn a lot of money and then you decided to study science just because of the money? Do you think that you will succeed? Just think about it. I won't tell you the answer. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about my story and how I started studying English. My first motivation was music when I was 6 years old, and I was first influenced by rock and roll. It was my favorite and still my favorite musical style. So everything started because my favorite musicians came from Great Britain or from the United States. Of course, their language is English. And later on, I was very interested by what they were singing. And I wanted to know what the lyrics meant. Why? Because at that time in the 90s, there was a strong myth, a huge myth, based on the fact that that type of music came from the devil. So I was worshiping Satan. And of course, I didn't want to do that. I never wanted to worship that kind of entity because it's not part of my religious beliefs. And well, to talk a little bit more about motivation and the reasons why I decided to continue in the learning process of the language, I was very passionate about music. So every time I listened to a new band, I just wanted to know what they were singing. And that was first love, love at first sight. And later on with the years, when I was 18 years old, I decided to join an English academy. And then my motivation was not music anymore. even though that feeling was still there. But I just wanted to continue learning the language because more than listening to music and understanding what the singers were saying, um, I wanted to communicate with people from other countries. And every time I had the chance to come across with an American person or someone who was a native speaker, Jesus, that was like amazing. And that created me like a stronger interest to try to pronounce better, to try to understand their culture and and how they communicate, you know. Um, After that, my motivation was teaching because I think that I was born with that, you know. It's something that is in me. Teaching some other people the things that I know is very rewarding. And apart from the fact that you can make a living from that, okay, you can make a living from teaching, even though it's not that easy, but still, uh, after I teach, I'm happy because I know that people are growing, not only culturally but personally. So that satisfies me a lot. And apart from that, my other interest was translation. I sometimes translate videos from English to Spanish or Spanish to English, and that's something else that keeps me motivated because I get jobs like that, and it helps me to continue doing what I do because I like it and I have like so much joy when I do it, and my motivation, I mean, that I had in first place is just behind because I still listen to music, but it's not the main reason that I have to continue learning the language. And apart from that, English and myself are like very connected, and it's something that I like doing, and I enjoy every time I communicate or I use the language. So as you can see, my interest for the language goes beyond money, or it goes beyond a temporary interest because I'll let you know a little bit about myself. Last year, I wanted to learn a little bit how to play the drums. So I made a deal with a friend of mine, Leviston. How are you? That friend of mine, Leviston, was teaching me how to play the drums, and I taught him how to speak in English, and then there was a time in which I fell into depression, and because of that reason, I quit learning the drums. I stopped going to his house and things like that. So I even bought a drum set, electric drum set, very basic, but still, because I wanted to play the drums. But now that drum set is just full of dust. I have never played drums again, and I'm not sure about when I will take it again, even though I like music. And then that would be like something else that I would like to learn. But I don't feel motivated enough, or I don't have like that passion that really makes me go and play professionally. So that's something that you have to try to build up with the English language in this case, or with any other language that you're interested. So my conclusion is that you don't have to stick to motivation to try to to be proficient or to move forward in the learning process of a language, in this case English. Why? Because it's just something that is there and goes away. Do you remember the saying that says easy comes, easy goes? Well, motivation works just like that. Well, I don't want to extend any or to take any other minutes to extend the video, and I would like you to comment on the video and to try to say what you would like to listen to, or what kind of things you would like me to talk about later. And yes, thank you very much. Have a great day. Goodbye.